The following program is rated TV MAL. It contains strong language and is intended only for mature audiences.
Hey guys, welcome back to another podcast. My name is Stacey. This is the amazing Kirby, and we are the Kirby and Stacey podcast. Mean name.
Hey, that's organic.
That's how we do it. But yeah, it's been a minute, man. Far out. It's been a while since we last did a potty, bro. So we thought we'd jump on, give everybody a bit of a life update. Heaps going on, lots to talk about. But yeah, let's get into it. Let's go.
Let's go.
Come on. Hey guys, welcome back again. Thank you so much for joining us. We always appreciate you. Please feel free to join our journey. Hit that subscribe button. Give us a bit of a like. Maybe drop a little comment what you like about the potty or even where you're watching it from around the world. But today we want to give you a bit of a life update about what's going on, my bro. We catch up on the regular, but there's been heaps going on between in our lives. But we want to sort of update you guys as well about what's been cracking. But yeah, so Kibs, obviously we do it out of the Owen Collective studio here in West Auckland, Te Aratu. But bro, you've got a bit going on in the studio with the boys. So obviously you got the apprentices in the stew. But one thing I've noticed, bro, is that you guys have been really upping your training, your eating habits. I remember we did a podcast and you had the fruit salad up, the V8 juice.
Yeah, it's still here. It's just not here.
Not here. But so I see you, bro, regular. Like even you post up on your socials at Kirby Owing is that you post up about, drinking your V8s.
Yeah.
Bro, we're all about health and well-being. It's been all of a sudden you guys have brought that on. You're doing hitting CrossFit, bro. What sort of talk us through that, bro? What's been going on there?
Yeah, I guess it's just like better living, and trying to make healthy living cool. Like we are so. Like even when you talk to someone and it's like, people start talking about KFC and then like everyone's agreeing with it, but as soon as you start talking about eating like
apples?
Salad or something, and then people are like, nah, like I'm not those guys. I'm not the vegan guys, but it's like we're just trying to make that cool, like it's cool to be healthy. It's cool to train. It's cool to, like want to live a better life, because that's what is bringing down our people. And by people, like Pacific Islanders, Māoris. We're all so caught into like, we always make those things cool, like why is it cool to eat heaps? Like it's not, because you're fat, and that's what like people. It's almost like people try and be humble too much, but it's like, yeah, but you can still be humble with like living healthier. Like you can still be humble with having V8s every day. Like I'm not trying to promote that as like I'm better than you. I'm trying to promote that as in like I want us all to be better. I'm saying everything that I do. I'm showing everything that I do. So it's like you can find that cool as well. Like and.
What we're trying to do is promote good habits.
Exactly.
Hey, you know what I mean? It's easy to pick up bad habits, but it's sometimes you got to work on good habits.
Yeah.
In terms of doing a workout. It's easier to just to grab your phone, a bag of chips, and jump on the couch than it is to put your running shoes on and head out the door for a run. Like obviously the benefit of going for a run is going to be way better than,
staying home and eating chips,
bro. And then, but the spin-off from doing good things is that. Like in terms of your mentality space or your fitness space and well-being, the benefits of doing something little of by having a glass of juice rather than a glass of Coke, or drinking a bottle of water at least a day. There's all these heaps of positive spin-offs on it.
Yeah.
And so sometimes we're like, oh, this guy trying to be the fitness guru, you know what I mean? But what? But there's no one talking about the dude or person or whoever it is, always just constantly eating bad habits,
Yeah.
No one's mocking that dude, eh?
Exactly. And like you want to be like you don't want to do like, say you start a new diet, and then someone like starts mocking you for it. It's not like you want to stop it, just because they're mocking you. And that's what I mean about like making it cool. If there's one person doing it, it's so easy to knock down. But when there's heaps of people doing it, it's hard to knock down. Like because there's so many people doing it, like you can't say it's not cool. Like, and if everyone's saying it's cool, like the society that we live in, like everyone will follow suit, you know, like people will catch on and then people will everyone will make it cool. Exactly like how shoes are cool, you know, like if one person, like back in the day, right? If you were like a sneakerhead, it was like, what the fuck? Why do you have 50 sneakers? It's weird. But now that there's heaps of people that have 50 sneakers, look at what it's doing. Now everyone wants 50 sneakers. But at the time when there was only there one person, you can't, like, it's easy to knock them down, you know? But when there's so many people doing it, you can't knock them down because it's like, but you're going up against an army, bro. Like, how does one person knock down an army? And it, like, if it's me and it's all like all of our boys in here, you know, making that look cool, it's like, bro, you can't really knock a group, you know?
But the other side of it as well, bro, and I totally get, and I know exactly what it's like, is the financial side of eating healthy.
True.
Bro, if you don't have much money in your bank account, and let's just say you've got, I don't know, let's just say $30, right?
Yeah.
Bro, you ain't going off buying fucking vegetables in a steak, bro. Bro, you're trying to get bargain for your buck. You're off to fucking Domino's, bro, getting those 5 pizzas.
Nah, that's
you know,
it.
Which is fucked, bro. Like it's like inconvenience. Like eating healthy is not convenient. The only way you could do that, like convenience. I mean, okay, there's Uber Eats. That's convenience, but obviously you're paying for that. You know,
well.
So if you can't afford it. Like the cost of living at the moment, bro, is out the gate. Like, and I know firsthand when you've got a family of 5, trying to cover bills, trying to eat right, bro. There's not many selections. Like for our kids, sometimes just like chicken nuggets and fries is the one, you know. Like, but you're trying to like fucking when you got a bag of chicken nuggets in there, and then you're like, fuck, it's quick and easy. Chuck them in the oven, boom, done. You know, you're trying to work and all that sort of stuff. And then there's affordability of like, we want them to eat the broccoli and the chicken and all this sort of stuff, bro. Hell no.
But well, I guess at the same time, it's like you can't always just have that like excuse of just
you're
giving
right.
into
I get
like
that.
because there's like imagine being like a vegan, like not by choice. Like you have to be a vegan because if you don't, you're gonna get like freaking inflammation or you're gonna get like cancer or whatever, and you have to find like foods or solutions that cater to your like needs. You'll be like the best like researcher like at Countdown, you know, like you'll be like nah, like can't eat that. But when you don't have like anything like that, it's easy to just have an excuse to be like, oh, like who cares, like just get the nuggets, like, you know, it's cheaper, like. But it's like you can still find cheaper things. It's just you got to really like put effort into. And I guess that's convenience as well. Like people don't want to go to Countdown for an hour to be going, nah, oh yeah, maybe go this one, nah, that's not, you know. So I get that, but if you really want to, then you'll find any way to make it happen, and especially when you're in those kind of positions where you don't have a choice, and your kid has like diabetes or whatever like sickness, and you have to like find foods that
figure it out.
Yeah, like,
but that brings to a good point, bro. That's like anything, right? Like if you need money to pay bills, you'll figure it out.
Exactly.
You know, you just don't default to whatever. You got to make shit happen. And I know firsthand, like as everyone knows, as I've left my job after 16 years to have a crack at doing its own thing.
Yeah.
Like you got to figure shit out, and you got to make it work.
Yeah.
You know, so like you say, so sometimes you've got to put in effort, and like good habits take effort, and you know, like, and so I see you guys hitting the gym quite regularly now, or you're doing like your Saturday morning exercises as well, bro. You want to talk us through that? Like, what have you guys been doing there?
Yeah, so like we have like our, it's pretty much like I call it like our bonding session. Like it's where we do something that's uncomfortable. Like I said in, I think a few podcasts before, it's just something that we want to, I guess, create here, is that like we put ourselves in uncomfortable positions because it also relates to how we are in here. Like if we do everything uncomfortable, then when it comes to being uncomfortable in here, we're able to like figure each other out, and that's the main purpose. Like the main purpose to me is like relationship. The thing that I want more than anything in this, in our studio, is like the best relationship, like the healthiest relationship, the most honest relationship, like all those things. And to me, I feel that all those things come from discomfort, like putting yourself in an uncomfortable situation with other people that you care about, or that you spend majority of the day with. That's how you build those kind of relationships. You want to be, you do those things so that when we do it in here, we're able to say like, fuck yeah, bro, we did this together. Like say we did, what do you call it? Like those Ironmans, and we all did it together. When we're in here and we're working late hours, it's normal because we can say like, bro, we did Ironman together. Like, so I know that like you're struggling, I'm struggling, but we're both here. Like, and we're comfortable being here, and we love that we have each other in a moment like this, because you don't want hard times to make like the team like fall off. You want hard times to make the team come together. And going back to what we were talking about, making solutions rather than finding an excuse, and then one bails out, the other one bails out, and the next thing you know, there's only one person there. Like when it's a team job, and that's why we going back on like your question. That's why we do our like bonding sessions, and it's a good way for all of us to, I guess, be healthier, be a bit more active, feel better about ourselves, and like grow. Like most of all, grow. Like that's the biggest thing that comes from that, is that we come back in here and we're all better. Like we can all say like, yeah, like we went for a run. Like. Not those. Gee, did you go for a run in the weekend? Oh yeah. Like, but it's like if we all went for a run, we can say like, yeah, he went for a run. Like,
yeah, actually. But you're right though. Like they say, excuse me. Like even teams in particular, right? Like you take the All Blacks, they're saying the biggest learnings are in their losses.
Yeah.
And their tough times. Like for example, in the weekend they played in the weekend against Australia for the Bledisloe and Dunedin game 2, and they were down 17-3 at half time. Yeah. And they were like, we don't want to be put in that situation, but now we know that we can dig ourselves out of that situation when it comes again, because we can say, okay, we've been here before, we know what to expect, we know what to do to get ourselves back out.
Exactly.
And I understand what you're saying, because I remember doing, like I'd often do a driveway workout. I just got a kettlebell and do some body weight and stuff. And halfway through, you're like, fuck, I could just put the kettlebell away and go inside and be done,
Yeah.
But then I had this fucking massive battle in my head.
Yeah.
And I stop being a fucking pussy, just fucking...
Yeah.
Just shut up, just get on with it. Stop putting it. And they're like, bro, I'm so tired, bro. I just want to stop. And they're like, no, bro, no, you're not. This is me in my head. No, bro, you're not stopping, bro. Just keep going. Because what it's doing to me, bro, it's sort of, I don't know, this sounds fucked, but just like sharpening your sword, you know what I mean? In terms of when you do face a challenge in your times, you're ready to go, Yeah. That sounds fucking weird, I know. But
Sorry, I know some people are going to think some gay shit when they hear sharpening your sword. We'll just chuck pause on the end of that.
But yeah, bro, like sometimes when you go through tough times, it strengthens you to when you come across another tough moment.
Yep.
Because you say to yourself, okay, I've been in this situation before. And like, for example, like that creates mental strength. Like when and I'm sure the same with you guys, when you're doing the hard training and you're just wrecked and you just want to give up, but you just keep pushing through, it helps build that mental strength. And for example, like I had to do an edit the other day. I did a shoot in the evening, and then I knew the client wanted the job, wanted the content the next day. So I edited all the way through to 5:45 in the morning.
Yeah.
So he had it ready to post up first thing in the morning.
Dang.
And I just knew like I had to push through it because I had to get it done. And I knew that I keep saying to myself, you've been in this position before of being uncomfortable, work your way through it.
Yeah.
Create, so you've got calluses on your mind from other moments that have been challenging.
Yeah.
And so it helps you prepare to be ready when you are challenged in other areas of your life, not just, for example, doing the fitness or the exercise or the healthy eating. You may get a scenario where, I don't know, this is another scenario might come completely left field in your head, and you'll be like, okay, I've been in a uncomfortable position before. I know how to compose myself to create a solution, so the more often, like they say, they put calluses on your mind, to really challenge what you do. And it's cool that you guys are doing that, like to be better than you were. I love the idea that you guys are trying to be better than when you were yesterday.
Yeah, no, that's it.
And I just love that mantra, and that's what I hope that the people that watch or listen to our podcast are learning and picking up along the way.
Yeah.
You and I talking is that we're always trying to be better than we were yesterday. And let's take your story from example. Like you started tattooing in your bedroom, then into the garage. And then you got like a little studio, and now here you are in another beautiful studio. It's just a stepping stone of where you want to be, because you can see your vision, and you're trying to be better than you were yesterday. You're trying to build your way out of this. I mean, as much as you love the studio, how can you take the next step, and how do you build your empire, I guess you want to call it, to move into the next position? And that's what I hope other people learn as well, is that you don't take mediocrity as the norm. Like, try and challenge yourself to be better, and try and challenge yourself to do new experiences, or set new goals for yourself. And when you set the goals, but try and achieve the goals,
Yeah. And how good is it, sorry to cut you off, but how good is it when you have your people there with you doing that, going back on like the training, when you're struggling and you're talking to yourself in your own head, how good is it when you look up and there's 4 other guys struggling as well, and then you're thinking, now you're not thinking just your own head, you're thinking what's going on in his head, what's going on in his head.
Well, how can I help them to come through too?
Exactly. And it gives you like more reason to want to be better, because you're not just doing it for you now, you're doing it for your team, you're doing it for the people that's like next to you, and you always want to, like, they're saying that if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. You always want to have people there at the end of it, and maybe not like the end of it, but like when you're in those like tough moments, it's so good to look over and your mate's there with you, and it just feels like more of a, like it feels like more of a purpose than just you doing it, because we hear all the stories, like Adesanya, for example, winning his like title, and then he's in the room and it's just him, and he's just like, fuck, is this it? Like, I just won the UFC like title, and now I'm just here sitting on my own.
That's like that guy Mark Boris. Have you heard of him, bro? He's like an entrepreneur dude in Australia. He did I think, don't quote me on this, but like a $500 million deal in New York, sold his company for $500 million, and then just on that day just grabbed a pizza and a box of beers, and so went back to his hotel room and go, oh, I'm now a almost billionaire, but nothing feels different. And probably same with what you're trying to say. Sorry to cut you off as well.
No, exactly. And it feels even better. And like, I can honestly say this, like, I've gotten this far like by myself, and it like almost it's like, it's beautiful. I love it. Like, I live my dream and everything, but it sucks that I never had anyone that did it with me
to share it with.
To share it with, because I don't feel any like emotion to like share it. I almost feel like I did it by myself, like, and now I'm here. But now my mind and like everything that I do is not just for me. It's like for like my boys, like, and so I want to get to the next milestone and look at the table and these guys are there, and then I know, like, when you have the people that you like love the most right there in the most successful moment, whatever that may be, it feels so much better. You can look around and be like, yeah, we did this together. Not just look around and it's just you.
It's like when you go traveling by yourself.
Exactly.
Like you're seeing this mean fucking location. You're like, fuck, this is mean. Hey, bro, Looking at your shadow.
You just split up with Mrs. a month ago, but you guys booked the trip together. Oh, not those ones. Taking pictures of the Eiffel Tower by yourself, like, this is where I was going to propose to her. Fuck that bitch.
Hey, but still on the gram, having the time of my life, making sure knowing that she's watching, hey, living my life, hey.
But really, you're so cut. Like,
Put the phone down.
can't believe this. Fucking hell. Find another Mrs. in Paris.
Back to the club, you reckon?
Where's my team? Where's my team?
Boys, I'm back.
Damn it.
Hey, we all know one of those dudes. I think I've been one of those dudes, hey. Getting misses and then we don't see the boys in ages. Break up and here he comes. Here, he's back. Hey, we all know one of those dudes. Break up with the boys, I'm back. No, but you're right, though.
Those guys.
But you're right, though, bro. It's nice to celebrate your wins with somebody, you know?
Yeah. Especially the team. Like, you know, like, you do things with just you and your wife is cool. But when you do things with you, your wife, and your kids, it just feels so much better. Like, I don't know where that comes from. I don't know, like, why it feels better having, like, more people that you love there. But, yeah, I'm, like, still trying to figure that out.
You'll get there. You'll get there. No, but that's cool, bro. Like, but yeah, that's good that you're on that journey as well, and seeing the boys thrive on it as well. In terms of, but it also helps with their mentality and with their growth levels as well, in terms of being better people. You know, helping them get to where they want to be, developing, and then hopefully it spins off to people around them.
Yeah, like let me touch on that. Like all of that we've done has made our studio, like, the vibe in here so much better, bro. Like, so much better. Like, I brag, like, so much to my missus about how mean our shop is and how mean everyone's doing. And it's so cool because it's like, you always like I'm a visionary person, right? Like, I can, like, almost see things exactly how it is. But when things that I can see are happening, like, way quicker than I thought, it's like the buzziest feeling, you know, like, and for these boys to all get to a level that, like, say a few months ago they were at, like, the stinkest level, and they almost skipped, like, 4 levels where they're at now, and it's like, fuck, you're meant to, like, go like this, you know, like, but it's crazy how well, like, all these guys are doing, and it's not only, like, me that's able to see it, it's, like, also, like, everyone else that's able to see it. And it's cool to get you know, comments from my friends, my family, and they're like, man, like, it's cool seeing, like, the boys, like, in their drawings, like, even when I hear them say, like, oh yeah, I follow him, and, like, it's mean, like, seeing all his drawings, and then, like, seeing all you guys at the studio. And, like, one of my boys that I was talking to, he was like, yeah, bro, I always look forward to, like, what you guys, like, post, you know, like, I always want to see what you guys are doing. And it's like I was saying before, like, who wants to see the same thing over and over again? Like, but it's because it's, like, it's so cool, you know. It's not your normal, like, we don't want to look at your call center like, team, you know,
When your booth and your keyboard.
yeah, because that's the norm. But when you're seeing like, a cool studio, a cool setup with, like, cool people, it's, like, way, like, better, because it's, like, it's not the norm, you know. It's like, fuck, bro, like, how is all of that all in one, you know? Like, how do you guys all have that thing in one? And yeah, like, I just really want to, like, give my boys, all of my boys, Press, Loss, Linford, Junior, even yourself, I just want to give you guys all your flowers, you know. Like, it's so mean being here, being able to, like, create this, but then being able to create this with you guys, you know. And it's, like, the best feeling, seeing you guys all strive, seeing you guys all, do what you guys love, and purely how happy you guys are. Like, I love coming into the studio and we just have no negative vibes, you know, like there's no one that we like care about that much that we're like hating on. There's no one that we like talk about in any like way that's like bringing us down. Everything that we talk about is like for the betterment of our future. Everything that we talk about is like, we want to be like this person. We want to like push and achieve goals that no one has here, you know? And it's like an amazing feeling, like being a part of this. I just want to like give a massive shout out to all my boys, you know, like Stacey included.
Appreciate you, my bro.
So easy,
it was always. But it's crazy how our paths have crossed there, you know, like we only met up with each other like October last year, you know, and so much has happened since then for both of our lives, you know, like
so much.
Yeah, in terms of what you've got here, you're developing, you're growing, the boys are here as well. And the cool thing as well, I love you, we're creating content for you. It's not just around tattoo, you know, like or art. It's also, we've got the fitness videos as well, you know, like, and we want to do a bit more around that, and we want to do some cool videos around the boys as well, you and the boys, in terms of how we want to just show the human side of them, you know, they're not just artists, there's so much more, you know, and hopefully it encourages others to also be get out and try new things, and hearing our stories, you know, like other people will take learnings from that, or take inspiration, probably more the word, and try and chase their, you know, pursue their passion, you know,
exactly,
or their dreams at least, you know. So that's been mean, bro. So, but yeah, like if we look back on this last 8 months at least, it's been August now, in terms of what we've achieved, you know, like obviously your team's growing a lot, you know, in terms of, and it's cool for you to see, you know, it's cool to see you. You know, I think it's helping you thrive more. Before you might, I can only imagine you were just, you know, coming to work every day by yourself, you know, like just doing tattoos, and then you go home, rinse and repeat. But today, now you're having great conversations. The cameras are passed out. Hang on, hold up. Oh, so we're back now. We're back. You have to reset the cameras. They cut off after half an hour, so we have to go reset them every time. So, sorry, what was I saying? It's cool, and it helps make you thrive more. You know, like okay, cool. How do I? So then it increases your. I'm guessing it makes you want to be better to help bring the other boys through. Whereas before it was just more about just how do I get another client tomorrow? You know, that was probably, you know, I'm guessing that's the way you're thinking. Is that? Yeah.
No, that's exactly it. I don't even care about the things that are happening for me. I mean, in here, it's like everything that I do now is to bring these guys up, doing the whole content thing. I only want to showcase like my boys. That's why it's like you constantly see them on the owing pages. You constantly see them in the videos, because it's the more I expose them, the more that's going to come to them, you know. And that feeling for me is better than getting clients. For me, it's like I want these guys to have clients. I want these guys to have a year's like booking. I want these guys to have the money, you know, the life that they want to live, because it just makes me feel like so much better. And I think it goes back to, like, not trying to go too deep, but it goes back to like, it always feels like I never had that, you know, like I always just wanted someone to like help me in that kind of way, like go out of their way to try and help me. And I think it's because I always like look at, you know, like other stories, and you hear like, man, this dude like did everything for that guy, and that's how he got successful. And it's always that person that's the most like selfless to be able to put someone else on. You know, you always think you want to put yourself on, but imagine like having so much like love and like drive that you want to do it for someone else. You know, like when you hear those stories of like the meanest rugby players, and they got picked up by a coach that was just like walking past, but that coach like was the one that like put the good in, like put the good word, like gave him that whole opportunity, you know, and then they end up becoming like so successful. That guy probably feels like the best inside for like doing that for him. And that's like the same thing that I like want to do for my boys is like, man, I want these guys to also live their dream, because it feels so, like it feels so good, but then it also feels like not wrong, but you know, like we live in a world where there's only certain people that live their dream, right? Not everyone lives their dream, and probably majority like don't live their dream. And I'm like someone who doesn't have that in my life. Like I don't have people that live their dream. Like my mum and dad like sacrificed everything for us to come here and live our dreams, but I don't have anyone that lives their dream. You know, everyone around me live like almost the same life. Like they almost live their life where every Sunday they're saying like, fuck, I gotta work on Monday. You know, whereas in for me it's like, I gotta work on Monday. Like, well, I can't wait to go to work on Monday. I'll even work on Sunday so I can start earlier. You know, because I want to get my week started. I want to be at work, and that feeling is, it's almost like I feel like isolated, and I want other people to feel that too, and not just other people. Like I mean, like my boys. I want my boys to feel that, and if we all feel that and we have that environment, it's going to be like contagious, you know, and then like they pass it on. And like going back on what you were saying, when you show that to other people and people constantly see that, they'll catch on, you know. And then the more and more we go on with our life, the more and more people start living the way they want to live, because they see it as a majority thing, not just one person, and he's the person that you go, oh yeah, like, yeah, he lives that kind of lifestyle. But imagine if you say like, yeah, they live that lifestyle. Like, it should make you want to be the same, you know?
That's it, bro. And trying to encourage others to be better. And that's what I try and teach our kids as well is how are you better than yesterday? You know, like, what did you learn today? You know, like learn something every day. And that's like, I've got 3 mantras. I mean, doing a lot at the moment. And it's like, how am I better than yesterday? Do I live up to my core values? And what was I grateful for today? You know, and if you just focus on those, you know, at least 3 things that are relevant to you. So those are my sort of things that are relevant. Yeah. You end up not only helping yourself, but you sort of start looking and you try and help encourage others as well.
Yeah.
You know, just by the responses of what you're trying to achieve, you know, like just the direction that you're trying to go, you end up bringing people along with you.
Yeah.
You know, and hopefully that what we talk about and what we do and what they see does encourage others to give it a crack.
Yeah.
You know, like it might even be, you know what, fuck, I'm going to have a crack at being healthy, you know, at least for this month or a week, or at least, you know, like just give it a try. Mm-hmm. And be consistent with it for just a few days, and then make your judgment after that.
Yeah.
Because people try it one day and then they're like, fuck, no, that's not for me. You know, like then they're like, I'm out. You know, go back to their ways. But if they say, okay, I'm going to actually give it a go for 5 days, and you just have small goals. Let's take reading a book, for example, right? Like, fuck, I'm not a reader, and I've already read a bunch of books this year. And like I say, I'm definitely not a reader, but I've sort of trained myself to read, and that's what's got me through some tough times, bro, is that having consistency every day in terms of an example being, bro, like the last couple of months have been, you know, pretty good in terms of getting work because doing freelance, but this month has been pretty slow, and I'm low key freaking out, like because I've got my 2 kids' birthdays this month. I've got a mortgage, I've got food to pay, I've got fucking all these bills to pay, and I have no idea how I'm going to pay them, you know, like, and so, but I can't sit there and think, oh no, you know, like start freaking out. I've got to just focus on what can I control.
Yeah.
Things I can control is my mental space, my physical space, and then how am I learning as well? You know, like, what are my core values? And so I make sure, at least read a book every day. And so at the moment I'm reading Kobe's book, the Mamba Mentality. Because I picked that book. Yeah, the one just over there. But so I've picked that book because I thought Kobe's, obviously he's got a great mindset. I want to learn from that. Yeah. So that I could have read any book, but I was like, okay, what book is going to help me in the situation that I'm feeling like I'm struggling? And so Kobe's book is that. And then the other side of it is exercise. So I've set a goal of doing, to help create consistency or help create a habit, is do 100 push-ups a day. Yeah. It's usually just to get the blood flowing, and it's usually you make sure you try and do it in the morning, get it out of the way. And then the other one is like find something to be grateful every day. So these are things you can control. Yeah. You could be, I'm driving along, bro. I'm thinking to myself, fuck, how am I going to pay that? Fuck, how am I going to pay that? But then I'm like, bro, I've got petrol in my car. I'm driving to a job. Yeah. I'm wearing clothes, I get into a nice warm bed every night. Every now and then I've got food in my cupboard. My kids are happy, they love me, and I've got people around me that love me. I've got a house. I've got a kettlebell to help me get to work out, So those moments then it shifts my mindset. Okay, this is what you do have, don't dwell on what you don't have. Yeah. And then when you start creating those those habits, those positive habits, positive things start happening. Yeah. Because they say you are your thoughts. Yeah. And once you start thinking negatively, what happens to you? You get all these negative things happen. You get a parking ticket, you crash into something, or you get a tax bill, or these, something happens that all of a sudden, why is all these bad things happen to me? Yeah. But here you are complaining and talking about, fuck this weather's ratchet, or fucking, how about this fucking traffic's bullshit? You're always seeing the negative in everything. Yeah. And what I'm starting to see is that, and so I thought to myself just recently, is like, okay, the last 2 months went okay, and this month hasn't. What's changed my mindset? And I was like, bro, you laxed. This is me saying to myself, it's like, bro, you thought you cracked it. You got a couple of jobs and you started getting some money, you get an income. You thought, yo, sweet, I'm covering my bills. Fuck, this is mean. But bro, no, don't think you got to keep that same energy. Yeah. You don't even if you get money, you just got to keep having that same energies. Keep showing up for yourself. No matter how well things are going, it's easy to lax. Be like, no, I'm all good. I'm sussed, Yeah. And so because I was like, bro, you need to pull yourself back in and then start lining yourself back up to what your mental space was when you started getting these good jobs. I started getting that income and that job. So, and that's what I had to tighten my belt up and that start doing the beginning. I started the 100 press-ups on the 1st of August. Started creating these habits on the 1st of August. So that's a non-negotiable. I need to do those 3 things every day. Yeah. And it's starting to happen again, so I've just been rebooked, by the Warriors for a 2 weeks period, so that, and I'm in talks with another rugby club about helping them to create content with, a super rugby club helping create their content. So because of those sort of things, because you work on the positive things come back to you. Yeah, facts. And you can't just sit around going, bro, what am I going to do with myself? Fuck, how am I going to do that? You start, and you start getting down yourself. Yeah. Then it's like you literally are digging yourself a hole. Yeah. And it's harder. The more you start digging yourself a hole, negativity, you look up and that hole just, the light's just getting further and further away. But if you just say, fuck, find a reason to be grateful for something, bro. And I trust it just comes back to you, bro.
And you're never trying to do things for the result to happen then and there. You're always trying to do things so you can be better, in the future, whatever that future might be, the next day or the next year. Everything that you do is to be better at the end. And you got the rest of your life to figure things out. Why are you stopping now?
That's it, bro. I'm only 2 months, 3, 4, 5 months, whatever into it. Imagine if I go, bro, this is too hard, I'm going to quit.
Exactly.
Bro, imagine if you just keep going just a little bit further, you might have just cracked it,
Mm-hmm. And that's what you do. You always want to be doing things that are gonna make you be better the next day. I always try and tell this to my boys, and a big thing is like the future for us. You know, like we can't focus on now because it's like you just can't you can't cut the time. Like you need to do the time so then that like tomorrow comes better. So everything that like these boys do in here is constantly trying to be better for tomorrow. It's constantly trying to be better for next year. It's constantly trying to be better for like the future and their future. And so like I always try and like remind them that like you need to be doing things now that may seem harder and may seem like it's like stupid, but it's going to make you like have an easier future, or not even like an easier future. It's going to make you have a better future. If you do the hard things now, like let's take training for example. If you want to become a good runner and you want to do a marathon or something, how the heck are you going to do that marathon? You have to run every day, and every day will seem like it's harder. But by the time you come to that marathon, you've got the evidence. You've proven that you can, like you've prepared for this. And so when that marathon comes, the marathon's a bit easier because you did every day. And that's what like people don't think about in life. Like it's they do things and then and there they're just like, fuck, this is annoying. Like, nah, like, yeah, just give up here. But it always happens. They do that. The other person that didn't give up is the one that they talk about on TV. Like, fuck, remember that dude was like, fuck, he wasn't even that good on our team. Fuck, now look, he's in the All Blacks. Because he didn't stop, gee. When you thought like, freaking, you didn't want to go out for a run and this guy wasn't getting picked for that team, he was the one that was able to, he was thinking about the future. He wasn't thinking about there. That team, him not making that team, that wasn't his focus. He was focused on the future. And that's the mindset that you always want to have. It's like, it's never about today. Today is like, what can you do today that's going to make you better tomorrow? Tomorrow, think the same thing. What can I do today that's going to make me better than the next day, the day before? And then next thing you know, when you've got so much evidence, people are going to be like, bro, you're the man, bro. Like you, how do you run like so mean? But it's because he just kept doing it every day. He kept trying to be better every day.
And that's it, bro. But the other thing as well is you got to learn from your opportunities. And for example, me, I've had a couple of jobs fall through my hands because I didn't use the same editing software as the client did. And an example, bro, I lost an opportunity with the All Blacks because I didn't use the same editing software. Yeah. So I'm like, fuck that. I don't want to have that situation happen again. So here I am, bro. I'm like, fuck it. I'm teaching myself how to use that editing software.
That's amazing.
So now when someone does hit me, I'm going, bro, do you use it? I'm like, yeah, I'm down. I'm ready to go now, you know? Yeah. Like, I've had people go, bro, how do you do what you do? You know, like, it's like, just by doing.
Yeah.
And people just wait going, but I don't know what to do. Did you know how to tie your shoes when you first, you just started? Did you know how to drive a car? No, you figured it out as you went. Like you learned how to drive. You learned the road. You learned it because you wanted to do it.
Yeah.
I think what a lot of people are doing is like they're looking for a quick fix. You know, like in terms of how do I do this? But the best way to do it is it's like, how do I get fit? I can tell you, but until you actually start doing the push-ups and start putting your shoes on, there's no point. You know, like, and that's like reading books. Like, when you read a book, it's all great and well, you're taking that knowledge in, but what are you doing with that knowledge once you've got it, you know? Yeah. In terms of how do you execute what you learn? And that's what we talk about, being better than yesterday. Yeah, you may learn the smallest thing. It may learn about your finances. Learn about anything about your finances. Imagine if you and everything's at your fingertips.
Yeah.
You know, like how do you make your dollar go further than what, you know, or how do you become healthy, or how do you be whatever it is that you want to be, like actually execute it. An example being, if you want to be a creator, What I do is I create situations in my head. Okay, like I've got this client that's going to come to me, and they need some video edited. So I would actually get video footage from YouTube, rip it off YouTube, and then just create my own little edit, and then chuck it up on my Instagram, and then that becomes your portfolio. Do that over and over. Or if you want to be a graphic designer, do the same thing. Just find inspiration on Instagram or TikTok or whatever, and there's tutorials everywhere. It's like, how do you get fit? I don't know.
Go do fitness.
Bro, so it's just, it's interesting for people's mentality spaces that they are waiting for others to there's a saying, there's like, no one's coming to save you.
Yeah.
Like you have to literally save yourself most of the time.
Yeah.
Like if you want to get healthier, no one's going to come and go, here, bro, here's, you just sit there. I'm going to write this training program for you. I'm going to write this diet program for you. Or if you want to save money, no, you sit there and I'm going to do it all for you. Bro, no one's doing that for you.
Exactly.
You've got to do it.
Yeah.
But the thing is, you've got to want to do it too.
Yeah.
It's all great and well. People, and the sad thing is that people start, let's take New Year's resolutions. Fuck, they're over it by the 15th or the 10th or the 5th. But imagine if they just keep going.
Yeah.
Like they just keep going until, and then like, it's August, and they just stuck with their routine, or they just stuck with, their core, values or whatever it was, how much better of a person they would be.
Yeah. And you have to have a solid reason as to why you're doing those things,
What's your why, pretty much,
Yeah, like you don't do things just because it looks cool to someone else. Like you want to be doing things because that's who you want to be. And if it's who you want to be and it's who you want to, like, not to use it in the wrong way, but who you want to identify as, then that's when you got to be able to stick to those things. And those are the things that will make you like stick to them. When you understand why you're doing it, when you understand why you're waking up early hours in the morning to go training, when you understand why you're staying up till 6 a.m. to create content, because that's who your person is, and that's why you're doing those things. So that in the future, you can sit back and say, like, I am who I am, and I chose to be who I am. But if you start making up things without any substance, with like no essence, that's what happens, like New Year's resolutions go out the window. And you're like, I don't even know why you said you wanted to do that, because I can't see you doing that. I don't know why you said you wanted to do a clothing line. You wear cotton on clothes. But
the same thing as well is that when people are watching what you do and they go, oh, it must be nice. Like you got this beautiful studio and they're, bro, it must be nice.
Yeah.
Don't give me that. Don't even give me that, because you didn't see what like they only see what you've got now. They didn't see the grind, and they'll be like, I can't do that.
Yeah.
But fuck, bro, I'll tell you, anyone can do anything, bro. Anyone can own something like this. Anyone can, honestly, anybody can do whatever it is that they want to do.
But it's hard to promote when people are in the grinding stages of life. You can't promote it yet. It's like you can't promote it until it's successful. And like when it's successful, the only reason why you can promote it because it's fact. But how many times do we see people say, I want to be this, I want to be like this kind of person. But when people say that, what happens to them? They always get knocked down, fucking tall poppy syndrome bullshit. And they start saying things like, yeah, whatever. Like, see this dude start saying he wants to be an All Black? Fuck, he's in like the B team. Until he gets into the All Blacks, then all of a sudden it's mean. But when he was trying to promote that, example, LeVar Ball, how dumb did everyone think this guy was when he was constantly saying, my boys will be in the NBA? All my boys will be in the NBA. And I'll be freaking sitting there with a hat that says, I told you so. And look at the way they were talking about him. Until his boys made the NBA, then everyone was like, fuck, That's pretty crazy that he did say that. But it blows my mind the way people think. Like when they see someone like fat training, and that person says they want to go to CrossFit Games, but he's fat training, people's minds are like, I can't see it.
Bro, you're dreaming.
Yeah, it's never going to happen. And then he goes to the CrossFit Games and you're like, remember there was that chubby dude that was running fucking Mangere Mountain? Like, what the fuck? It's only cool when it's fact. But you got to be able to understand like the process, the journey before it gets to success. And that's how you become successful. Like everything that you're doing right now, right? No one probably cares about it. And I'm talking about like in general. Whatever you're doing right now, no one probably cares about it. It's not until you get to like becoming the subject, then all of a sudden everyone cares about you. And you see it so many times. When people become successful in whatever like they may be doing, then everyone's like asking them, how did you do it? What drives you? Where do you get your inspiration from? Like, bro, I said this ages ago. I was doing this before.
But why do people hate on successful people, bro? And I'll give you an example, right? I remember a mate saying to me, he's like, bro, I felt so stink one time. He said, I was driving down the motorway in my car and I saw this dude in a Lamborghini on the side of the road with his bonnet up, and I drove past going, look at that dude. He's broken down in his Lamborghini. Mm. He's like, fuck, I snapped out of it. I was like, man, what if he needs help?
Yeah.
Just because he's broken down in his Lamborghini, I'm hating on him because, that'll teach you for being rich or being successful, you know? Like we hate on people that are successful. And look, anybody that makes a sporting team, you know, like, fuck it, I could beat him. Mm. You know, fuck, I'm way better than why is he there? Or like starting their own business. Fuck this dude, want to start his own business. Who do you think he is? You know, like, or I don't know, just if they're trying to be, look at this fit cunt. Like, what does he think he's doing? Bro, you know, who do you think you are, bro? Why do we hate on successful, like, say in brackets, successful people? And the answer has to be because we're so insecure and hating ourselves, we want other people to feel our pain and our insecurities. Yeah. We don't want to take note of, bro, he's actually really cracking it. Like, bro, I want to do that. Like, how can, you know, the first instinct is, fuck, that dude's all, you know, shit, bro.
But bro, let me touch on that. Only people that are insecure about themselves feel that way. Like, successful people probably look at other successful people and love it, but they never like look at them and be like, fuck, this cunt like thinks he's the man, like blah, blah, blah. And like, I can honestly say that for myself. Like, I love success and I love whoever's successful, and I have no like, there's never that feeling. I mean, I'm not saying that I've always been like that. I mean, I used to think like that, but now that I'm in this position where I am, it's the best feeling seeing like people succeed. It's the best feeling seeing people get opportunities that they said, because I understand it. Like, but if you've never been in that position, if you're an average like person who complains all the time, that's what happens. Like, you get into those kind of mindsets because you don't understand. You don't understand what it takes to get to that level. You don't understand what kind of mindset. When people think about millionaires, what do they think about? Money. They never think about his mind. They never think about the way that guy like goes about his day. They just think like it must be nice to just have so much money. You can buy whatever you want. But what does that dude probably doesn't even care about that money. He cares about what happens up here, you know? Like, he cares about the smallest things, but because he's framed as a millionaire, people just chuck like dollar signs on it, you know? And they're just like, yeah, fuck, yeah, I could buy whatever I want for my daughter if I had that money too. But it's like, bro, you're forgetting that dude, millionaires are not dumb dudes, bro. Like millionaires, there's a reason why people are millionaires. And it's until you can understand those things, then you'll have the love, then you'll have that
admiration.
Yeah, like you'll have all those values for that person. Not you don't look at it like fucking like if I didn't get injured I'd be where he is. You'll never have that. You'll be like, fuck, he's the man, bro. And I honestly, genuinely love success, bro. And that's why, like, everyone that's successful to me is like, I love talking about them. I love promoting them. Because it's more than just that, you know? It's like, fuck, bro, this guy's like, I wish people could see, like, how this person talked before that. Like, exactly like you. Everything's happening for you right now, and you're getting all the opportunities that you, like, talked about.
Is that one cut out?
Yeah.
Oh, so that one there too. Fuck, half an hour. Sorry, team, we had to redo the cameras again. Sorry about that. Yeah. So, yeah.
No, but, like, like, everything's happening for you right now, right? But it's only cool now that it's happening, and everyone's probably giving you your flowers, right? But when you were talking to me about these things, and when you were so driven about it, it's like I could feel it, and I could like I really wanted that, like, for you too. So now that it's all happening, it's like it makes me feel even better, because I never felt like a bad way when you were saying it to me. Like, I never felt any jealousy, I never felt any envious, like, feeling towards you when you said, like, yeah, but I really want to, like, give up my job. And, like, did I ever say to you, like, nah, bro, like, stick to your job, bro, like, be comfortable, bro? Every time we caught up, the things that I, like, loved was that you kept saying, like, bro, I'm going to do this, bro. And I was just like, fuck, do it, bro. Like, fucking do it. Like, as soon as you take that leap of faith, I'm here with you. Now that we're here, like, well, when did you quit your job?
End of November, December.
Now that we're here, what, July, August now. It's the best feeling knowing that, like, your ambitions is what I believed in too. When you were talking like that, and like going back on what we're saying, when you understand, it feels better. It feels better when people want to be successful, because you can, like, it's not even like you have to relate to it. It's like you can just feel, like, passion. You can feel, like, the person's, like, hunger for it. And that's, like, the coolest feeling now, is that, like, now that you're getting all these gigs, or to me, it's like, fuck, we've been talking about this. We were saying that before. This is what's meant to happen. So it's like, yeah, like, only people that, like, understanding can really, like, take in people's success, you know?
Yeah, that's it, bro. And what we should do as a society is ask, how can we help you get to achieve your goal? You know, like, like, there's a saying that everybody's heard, the saying is that rising tide lifts all ships, you know? Is that, and I love what Israel Adesanya says as well, is that, we're all about these fucking quotes at the moment, aren't we? But Israel's saying, if I win, you win.
Yeah.
You know, like, when I get these jobs, bro, like with these great clubs or these clients or whatever, I honestly feel like the people that have supported, I'm like, I'm doing this for you as well, you know?
Yeah.
Like, whenever I remember, bro, I remember doing a shoot for the Warriors, and I think it was I think it might have been against Cronulla, bro, and it was fucking pissing down, bro. And I'm looking like a drowned rat, and I've got my camera in my hand, bro. But I had the biggest smile on my face, G, and I was thinking to myself, inside I was thinking, fuck, I'm here with, and I could just feel everybody with me, you know, like that supportive go, bro, you know, like everybody that said, bro, I love your work, you putting out cool content, you know, like I wish I could do what you do. Everybody that's just given me, even the people that may not have been supporting, like I've had random people just say, bro, I just wanted to just drop in and let you know that, you know, I love what you're doing. When I was at that game, bro, I'm like, this is for them as well, you know, like I'm doing this because I hope it encourages them.
Yeah.
You know, like, and I'm just snapping away, making these videos, and it's just, I just couldn't help but stop smiling, you know, like,
that's amazing.
You know, like, honestly, if I can say to anybody, if you've ever thought about chasing your dream, you have to try. Like, you literally have to try about chasing your dream. And you don't have to do maybe you don't have to do what I did, just throw everything all in.
Yeah.
But do something every day that can help you toward your dream. And it may be something simple like learning how to do something. Like YouTube can teach you how to do what you want to do, because people go, fuck, how do I do it? What do I do? You can literally type in anything and it will give you an answer to do what you want to do. You may want to fucking, I don't know, like whatever it is, just try. You have to try, because I'm hearing more and more people. How do I say it? More and more people are starting to. I hear people going, bro, did you hear about this? Hear about this dude who just got cancer? He's only got 6 months to live.
Damn.
And then I say, and it's actually my missus' uncle, and he got diagnosed with cancer just recently, and it's a stage 4, and he's now like, and they don't know how long he's got to live. Yeah. And I said to Ames, it's like, imagine if you got that news tomorrow, what would you do differently today than would you do tomorrow? And why wait till the time you get that news?
Yeah.
Why not do it now?
Yeah.
Like, you don't want to get that news that your life is going to end within a period of time. Now you want to go, fuck, I should go and do this. Do that now. Like, enjoy it. Like, the cool thing about Ames's parents as well, like they're like, we want to spend your inheritance with you, you know, like, so as opposed to when they pass away, they give the inheritance. Yeah. We're like, we want to enjoy it with you, you know, like, I think that's cool, you know, like, so they, you know, like, they pay for, like, we've been so lucky, privileged enough. They're like, okay, we're going to go on this, and it might be just a trip down to the mount, you know, like we went down to the mount a couple of weeks ago. They paid for, like, we just want to go and experience it with you, you know, like, but my point is that don't wait for a situation to happen before you start chasing your dream. Chase your dream because that's what you want to do today, you know?
Yeah.
And like I said before, you don't have to quit your job. It doesn't be the extreme, but just at least try to do something every day to help you get to where you want to be. And it might start with, how do I get my headspace right? And that might start, ask yourself questions. What does my dream look like? What would I do to be there? How would I feel in that moment? And what do I need to do to be there, particularly internally? Like, yeah, there's skills you might want to pick up, but there's also things that, like, when you're healthier, you make better decisions.
That's it.
When you're not tired, you got more energy, you're making better decisions. If the content that you're absorbing, is it helping you to become a better person, or is it drawing energy from you? Because when you look at that content, you feel down, you feel depressed, you feel sad because that's not you.
Yeah.
You know, like, oh, fuck, must be nice to be on holiday.
Or it's just a quick fix.
Or it's a quick fix to Band-Aid your problems. Don't ever let anybody tell you can't do something.
Yeah.
Because you can. And don't be discouraged when people that you think are the closest to you are not as excited about your dreams as you are. You will find, and I've found this, your biggest fans are the people you've never met before. I've had people hit me up on socials going, fuck, bro, I just wanted to say, bro, you are killing it, bro. But I don't think I'm killing it. Like, they're like, bro, you're a mad inspiration. I love what you're doing. I hope nothing but good things for you, bro. And that message, bro, and I was like, that message helps you keep going, man. Like, because sometimes when you have those down days, you're like, fuck, am I doing the right thing here? Yeah. But when you get there, you're like, yeah, man, this is exactly what I'm meant to be doing. This is exactly where I'm meant to be.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like even though it's a tough situation of where I am, and not in terms of not knowing when my next dollar's coming from, but I'm like, shut the fuck up, because I get to wake up every day, bro.
Yeah.
Take my kids to school every day. I get to wear what I want. I get to go and hang out with the coolest people. When I start getting down on that, like, bro, you need to check yourself. Like, before I was making money, but I wasn't really enjoying how I was doing it.
Yeah.
So what is happiness? Yeah, okay, you may have money in the bank, but are you happy?
Yeah.
You know, like, so I hope people get something out of this today. I think our cameras are starting to shit themselves. And we've been talking a good solid hour or so. But I just really hope that somebody out there has learnt a little bit from what we talked about and really inspired. Hopefully we've inspired somebody out there to be better than they were yesterday. Yeah. That's all we ask is
that's
try and be better than yesterday and help people along the way. Encourage people along the way, inspire people along the way. What you think you're doing, you're just chipping away at trying to be better than yesterday. It's actually inspiring others. And I know that you'd be doing the same, bro. Like you said, your bro hits you up and going, I just love seeing what you guys get up to at Owing, you know, like, because it makes me feel better because of my situation. And before you know it, be like, actually, I'm going to go for a run today. Yeah. I saw the boys do it. They're like, he looks like me, and I'm going to try that, you know. I'm going to give that a crack. And before you know it, bro, they're probably doing marathons. They never thought about doing a marathon, you know, like just purely because you're doing what you're doing, you're encouraging others to be better as well by association, you know, like they're seeing what you're doing.
Well, I even get there. Like, people are asking, like, gee, what is that drink that you drink?
Right?
There it is. That's all I needed.
Yeah.
You know, me just doing that every day that's all I wanted, for you to ask what that drink is. Now people are going to go drink that drink, and that's the coolest feeling. Is that, like, I was able to plant those seeds without even having to reach out to anyone. You know, I'm just chucking it up on my story. I never, like, sent it to people, like, personally, you know. And it's cool that...
Or you're not pushing on people go, bro, you should do this.
Yeah, exactly. But it's because of, like, when people find whatever you do cool, they want to do it too, you know. When people see you enjoy your life, they want to know what you do. So they want to almost do the same thing that you do because they want to see if they enjoy it too. And that's like the domino effect, you know. That's what people do when they look at successful people. Is they find things that they can do too. So that guy does this, and he does it, like, he does kettlebell workouts. I got a kettlebell. I'm gonna go do a kettlebell workout, you know. Yeah. So it's like people love seeing, like, successful people or whatever, like, make things look cool, because then that's how they end up, like, following suit.
That's it, bro. We unpacked a lot today, bro, and I think hopefully somebody got some inspiration about our chat today, bro.
I think the quote of, like, this whole thing is better than yesterday.
Be better than yesterday, bro.
Like, I think you hit it on the head with that one. Like, everything that we're doing, not just here, like, not just this podcast. I mean, like, everything is promoting how to be better than yesterday.
And it's and anybody can do it, bro. Anybody can do it.
Anybody.
All right, fam, that's us. Thank you so much again for rocking with us. Always appreciate you. Kubi and I truly do appreciate you being on board with us and riding this journey of trying to be better than yesterday. Feel free to hit that subscribe button, maybe even hit the like button, or even just maybe share with somebody that you think might get some value out of this as well. But please continue joining along with us. We love having you here, and we'll see you in the next one. Till then.